All right, we're in Big Springs Park. It's at the end of South Fork Canyon near Provo. And I am gonna snowshoe. I originally planned on snowshoeing, but there wasn't a lot of snow. But then you know what? It's really icy. So I prefer the snowshoes. Anyway, so at the top of this canyon is a saddle. And that saddle goes on into Provo through Rock Canyon. We're not gonna go that far, obviously, with the snow and everything, but we're gonna go to Big Springs, which is the water source for Provo. Now, I just want to stop and show you the creek real quick before we get going. Super beautiful and picturesque. Definitely recommend this for picture taking in the summertime. Let's get on with the trail. Up ahead here we have our first clear shot of the saddle area, and up over those mountains is Provo. And I think that trail, I'm gonna try to do it this summer. That is like an 18-mile hike. Okay, so something that just happened is I had to get off the trail a little bit, because check out that ice. That's even too slick for my snowshoes. So, a little bit of self-preservation there. Man, this trail is kicking my butt. Not because it's a hard trail, but because I am so out of shape right now. Normally, this would be like really easy for me. So, my New Year's resolution, even though it's February, is to get back my conditioning. And there's nothing like snowshoeing for that. This is the first little bridge here over one of the little creeks. So I want to kind of show that off to you. The other thing is, if you look right through the trees here, there's another trail, and that trail runs parallel to this trail, and you can ride horses and all that on that trail. And that one will eventually connect with this trail through Big Springs. And it's just like a 200-yard distance between the two trails. So you could take either trail, whichever one's easier. I like this trail. This trail is more the scenic trail. This trail is more the horse utility trail. And then just right around the corner from where I was, we have our second bridge crossing. Again, this creek is super beautiful. Love it. And here's another bridge. I believe it's bridge number 3. And then the trail just keeps winding through the trees. Also, this trail is perfect for kids even. They love it in the summertime with the creek. And bridge number 4 might be just one of the tiniest bridges you ever done seen in your life. But even right now, if you look closely, you can see the moss on the rock, and it's green in the wintertime. That's kind of cool, and it's like in the 20s today. Here's another spot where the two trails combine, nearly. And again, I like to veer off onto the scenic route. And here we have creek crossing number 5. And I take it back, it might be smaller than creek crossing number 4. Hey, you can't win them all. Just to show you how things change in a year, this tree was not in the way last time I came through here. And we kind of roll right by the creek here. Here's another cool view of the creek. And that grass covered in snow. So this is the third time that we cross the bigger trail. And I believe this is the 7th creek crossing coming up. And you can ride bikes and horses, like I said, on this trail. We're getting pretty close to Big Springs now. And one of the things you'll notice is these little warning water pipeline. And those are the pumps for Provo. And that sign says Cascade Saddle, 4.1 miles. And I got a couple years ago to within half a mile of that, and I had to turn around because there was too much snow and I didn't have snowshoes, and so I stopped that journey. Anyway, we'll keep going. I'm just gonna take this main trail into Big Springs. Now we're approaching the Big Springs area, and the first thing you'll notice is this little diversion dam here. This creek's really pretty though. Okay, so we're coming up over the rise, and I'll show you all the little water features in this little park area where they suck the water for Provo. It's kind of cool because if you look around, there's all sorts of faucets. There's just tons of them all around. And they have some picnic tables, like that one buried in the snow. There's a few bridges, like this one. Get a pretty good view of the creek from here. Looks like someone made kind of like a teepee out of wood. And then up here the road kind of narrows back down a little. And there should be another bridge up here and a major view of the creek. And that would pretty much wrap up Big Springs. And there's the bridge over the creek that we're approaching. Snow looks kind of cool covering over those rocks over there. And here's your final view of Big Springs. Frozen Big Springs, I should say. And there you have it. I'm gonna head on back to the parking lot. And I'll tell you what, I was exhausted. You could hardly probably hear my voice on the way up, but man, on the way down, so much easier. Now I'm back to the crossing where the trails meet. And I think I'm gonna take this main trail back because it's probably less icy. Work smarter, not harder. Yeah, so if the beginning of the other trail is really icy, then I definitely recommend taking the main trail. And I'll show you how to get there from the parking lot. It's a little less melty because it's right up against that northern slope. So definitely a little easier ride when it's icy. Going down this trail, there's a fork. So just keep going straight, don't hug the mountain. That's another trail for another day. And there's really a couple cool creek crossings down here on this trail. Pretty cool. And here's one of the main water stations. Even had solar panels on that roof. All right, that, my friends, is the parking lot up ahead. And you can see the park and the pavilion and where we went through to start our trip. And so that is Big Springs, Provo's water source. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, support more by hitting that subscribe button. And I'll continue giving you quality content. Bye for now, muchachos.